Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Keila Party, the owner slash creator of Crochetingworlds. So today is a pretty exciting day because we are making some fall forest nesting bowls. I'm so excited because these turned out so cute. Here is the one that I made. I made the bear version and I used it to hold all my cords in, which is actually like super like life hack right there. Like, tell me that's not a life hack. Like, you can put all your cords in here and they're not like, because I used to have my cords like all around my desk and stuff, and now they're all in this neat little basket. And look how cute it is. It's just a baby. So yeah, hashtag aesthetic accomplished. So today's video is a collab with Annie's Crafts. If you're watching this video, you're either watching it from my own account, Crochetingworlds, or from their account, Annie's Crafts YouTube account. So let us know which one you saw first. As I already said, today we're making the fall forest nesting bowls. The amazing creator of this pattern is Trish Hoskin, and they did an amazing job. I know you are going to love it. There's three options: the fox, the skunk, and the bear. So let me know which one you end up making, and definitely don't forget to tag Annie's Crafts and I in any photos that you post, because we would love to see all your creations. So today's video is not like a 100% tutorial, it's more of like a video kind of me helping you along, but it technically is also a tutorial because I kind of show you how to do basically all of the steps. So if you want to get the full pattern, you'll have to go click the link below to get the PDF by Annie's Crafts, and the link will redirect you to their website where you can purchase it. So in today's pattern, I'm going to be focusing mainly on the bear, but all of the three animals kind of have the same base and structure. The main difference is really just the add-ons, like, you know, the ears. The fox might have like pointy ears while the bear has round ones. The skunks, I believe the skunk also has like some black eyes here. So they're all basically kind of similar. It's kind of really just the add-ons and the colors that separate them from one another. Okay, so enough of me blabbing. If you wanted to hear me talk all day, we would have turned on a podcast, but we didn't. We clicked on tutorial, so let's get to it. Okay, so starting with our supplies. So for our materials, so on the pattern, it says you can use a red heart super saver medium worsted weight, but you can basically use any weight for acrylic yarn. So today I'm going to be using the Premier anti-pooling everyday worsted yarn. It's 180 yards and it's 100% anti-pooling acrylic. And if you're looking for the weight, you can check here to see if it's a weight 4/medium. So for the colors, I'm going to be using this bark color, the duned color, and also the black. Now for this project, you're also going to want to be using two different size crochet hooks. So we're going to get our little pouch. So you're going to need a 4mm. And you're also going to need a 5mm, which I believe I have somewhere in here. Wait, oh, here we go. And then a 5mm. And most packs of these you buy, they're usually the same colors, so check for purple and blue. But if not, you can find the numbers right here. And if you go by the letters instead of the numbers, the 4mm is also known as a G hook, and the 5mm is also known as an H hook. You're also going to need a pair of scissors. I have these little fairy scissors. Look how cute these are. But yeah, these are my little fairy scissors. And then you're also going to need a stitch marker, and it's just to mark our rows. And then some safety eyes. So let's get a little bit of a closer look at those. These are safety eyes, and these are usually the little black eyes you see in most crochet pieces. But if you don't want to use safety eyes, you can also embroider your own eyes, and you can also add buttons instead. The last thing we will need are some tapestry needles, and now we can go get started. Okay, so we're going to start with the bear bold base. So we're going to get our dark brown color. Take the label off. So fun fact, this pattern is going to be double stranded. So you're going to use the yarn that comes out And pull on the excess string. That's going to help us close our circle. And that part's kind of satisfying, not even gonna lie. So your circle should be a little bit bulky, looking just like this. So for round 2, we're going to increase in each stitch, and an increase basically means we do twice of something in the same stitch. So we're going to be doing a single crochet increase. So we're going to 2 single crochets in each stitch, giving us a stitch count of 18. So we're going to enter your hook in the stitch, yarn under, pull your hook through, yarn over, pull through both loops. You're going to do that twice in the same stitch. So one more. Into your hook, yarn under, pull your hook out, yarn over, pull through those. And there you go. You can see that both of those little lines are both coming out of the same hole. That's what we want. So let's try it again. Increase in this stitch here. So enter our hook, yarn under, pull our hook out, yarn over, pull through those. Entering our hook back in that same hole. You see that hole there? Enter your hook back in the hole, yarn under, pull your hook out, yarn over, pull through both. And that's how we do an increase. We're going to be doing that in every stitch for this whole row. And I would say the trick for doing double strands is just try your best to not get them tangled or twisted with each other, because that's going to create literally so many problems. So just try your best to not get those 2 strands tangled with each other. Remove your stitch marker. Do an increase in there. And there you go. That's it. Not the end of the pattern, but the end of the row, just to clarify. So close your hole all the way. And there we go. And it's a little bulky circle, and I actually am really loving this bulky texture that it's giving us. Oh, this double strand was a pretty good idea, guys. Okay, so we are now on row 3. We're going to single crochet in the first stitch, increase in the next, single crochet 1 in the next stitch, increase in the next. So basically the repetition for this pattern is 1 single crochet, increase, 1 single crochet, increase. We're going to do that for the whole pattern. So let's get to it. Okay. We're going to single crochet 1 in this first stitch here. Be careful not to crochet in the same stitch from earlier. So right there. That's 1 single crochet. And then increase in that next stitch right there. If you see like my little project moving everywhere, it's literally so hard to hold it like we're right in front of the phone. But we're making it work. We're making it work, guys. I don't know. I think we're making it work. Oh, so there we just did our increase. So 1 single crochet. And then 1 increase. There you go. I guess you could say this is unbearably easy. Ha ha ha, fall joke. I don't know if I said that joke in my intro. I probably did. So if you're hearing that joke twice, just laugh both times and pretend it was funny again, okay? Do it for me. Don't do it for you, do it for me. I actually earlier today was looking at some fall jokes to tell for this video, but I didn't really find any that were like actually good. So maybe the next fall video, there will definitely be some jokes in there. Just completed row 3, and your stitch count should be 27 single crochets. Look at this. I'm loving it. I actually really like this. I don't know. I rarely double strand my projects, so that's why I'm getting so excited. I don't know. Every tutorial I do for Annie's, I've been getting excited. So maybe it's just the Annie's products. I don't know. So we're basically going to be repeating the repetition of 1 increase for this row. The next row is going to be 2 increase. Through after that will be 3, then increase. Through after that will be 4 single crochets, then increase. Through after that will be 5 single crochets, then increase. And then after that will be 6 single crochets, then an increase. So you're basically going to be completing those, and then after we can start our next part. So as we can see here in the pattern, after that 1 increase round, we're then going to do 2 single crochets, then an increase, 3 single crochets, then an increase, 4 single crochets, then an increase, 5 single crochets, then an increase, then 6 single crochets, then an increase. So basically every row we're just adding 1 extra single crochet before the increase, and the purpose of that is basically to help your project get larger in size without curving. So that's going to give it a big flat bottom base. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and do those, and then we're gonna work on the sides. So starting the next row, I'm going to do our 2 single crochet increases. So 1, 2, increase, 1, 2, increase, so I'm probably going to time lapse this part because yeah, but you guys can crochet along with the parts of the video. There'll be some little music in the background because who doesn't love some groovy music? So let's go ahead and get to that, and then I'll meet back up with you all when we go to the sides. Okay, so this is the end of row 8. Your stitch count should be 72 stitches around. As you can see, it's flat for the most part. There's some parts that are folding up a little bit. That's okay. Do not even worry. That's just how it looks because the yarn is so bulky and tight. So when your yarn's super tight, it tends to do stuff like that. Sometimes you can try opting out for like a 0.5 millimeter larger hook, but I'm just going with what the pattern says. But I also know that I have a tight tension, so to be honest, it could really just be my own fault, but we don't talk about that. So moving on to the sides, which starts with row 9, we're going to work in the back loops and single crochet once in each stitch. So I guess now we have to learn about the front and back loops. So hashtag another teaching moment for you all. So if you look at the stitches here, you know that this is a stitch. This little V is a stitch, but within the stitch we have this back line or loop and this front loop. So if someone says go through the back loops, you're only going to crochet in that back loop like that. But if someone says only crochet through the front loops, you're only going to enter your hook under the front. You're only going to enter your hook under the front loop like this versus entering it under both loops like that. So to be honest, when it says that, it's not something too complicated, at least I hope. So you're just going to either enter it in the back loop, the front loop, or both loops. And that's how most patterns will have it. So this pattern says back loops only. So what you're going to do, you're just going to do a normal single crochet, still with the double strands. Oh, my thing fell. Okay. So it's a single crochet. So just enter your hook in that back loop. I'm sorry. So let me walk you through that because I don't even know what just happened. So you're gonna enter your hook in the back loop, yarn under, pull your hook out, pulling with the yarn. You can see we have our 4 loops, aka the 2 loops, but 4 because double strand, yarn over and pull through those. So we're still doing a regular single crochet, it's just in the back loop. So we're going to do that for the rest of the row, and then we're going to move on to row 11. I will meet you once the row is over. Okay, so that's the end of row 11. Hang in there, guys. We're like halfway done. So rounds 12 through 19 are literally just going to be 1 single crochet in each stitch. So for row 12, 1 single crochet, row 13, 1 single crochet in each stitch, row 14, 1 single crochet in each stitch, and just literally that until the end of row 19. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we will be able to make some of the characteristics of the bear, which is going to be the exciting part. So I just finished row 19, but a really quick note, I ended up adding 1 extra row of single crochet because I feel like it wasn't tall enough. Like, it was just like a personal choice thing. So if you feel like it's not tall enough, you can add a row or 2 extra of just 1 single crochet in each stitch. So once you finish that, you're going to fasten off. So to fasten off, you're going to get your scissors. Give yourself a couple of like inches. I always recommend like 8 to 12 inches, and then cut your yarn. Here's the super satisfying part. We're going to get your hook and then pull your hook out. You're basically pulling that yarn out, and then we're going to sew that into here so it doesn't detangle, because that would suck. So I'm now also going to add the safety eyes. So I'm using 2 12mm safety eyes. So I'm just going to go ahead, put them in here like that. And I think that looks pretty cute, actually. Oh, that looks pretty cute. So now what we have left is to make the snout and the 2 ears, and then we're going to be done. So I'm super excited. Okay, so we're now going to make the little bear ears, these right here, and this is going to be 2 rows of this lighter brown color and then 1 row of the same dark brown that we used for the bear body. So to go ahead and start off, we're going to make a magic circle. They have, in the pattern, they have you chain 5, but I prefer it with a magic circle just for like personal use, because that's a little bit easier for me to do and show. So once you have your magic circle, you're going to single crochet 9 into that ring. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Once you have your 9, you're going to close your magic circle, so get that little excess string yarn and just pull it tight, closing your magic circle. And be sure to place a stitch marker here so we don't lose our stitch count. I don't know where my green one went, so now we're using a blue one. So we should have a stitch count of 9 single crochets. And now for the next row, we're going to increase in each stitch. So we talked about increasing earlier. It's just when you do 2 of something in the same stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is our starting chain, our starting stitch. So we're just going to single crochet twice in that stitch, as you can see. Let me bring it a little bit closer. I don't know why I was so far. So you can see this stitch, we're going to do 1 single crochet in it. And then we're going to go back in that exact same hole and do another single crochet. And that's basically how it goes. So, yeah. And then our last stitch, you're going to remove that stitch marker. Do an increase in that last stitch. Reapply your stitch marker. And there you go. So it turns out we're actually going to be color changing. So just go ahead and take out that last stitch we just did. And so we're going to go into our single crochet increase like this. But instead of yarning over and going through both loops, we're going to yarn over with the dark brown color. So then we can do the last back row of the body. So I'm going to get my new color, which is the dark brown. I'm going to add it onto the hook and then pull it through both of those 2 loops that were on my hook. And that's how you add on a new color. So I ended up adding a little knot there to secure the colors, and I'm going to do 1 single crochet in each of the back loops. So this is very, very similar to what we did earlier when we were doing the basket. We're just going through the back loops of each stitch and doing a single crochet. So then we have our 2 ears. So you can either put them, I'm trying to find our example photo. This is the example photo, but don't be afraid to get creative. So you can either put them in the front, like in the photo. I think I'll probably put mine in the back because, like, look how cute that is, like with the little baby ears peeking out. So we're going to do the muzzle and then we'll sew everything onto the basket. I always suggest sewing everything on last because sometimes once you have all the pieces finished, you might want to rearrange them one final time to get like the final photo and like final, not final photo, but like the final, you know what I'm talking about, like the final image, like the final product. There we go. So I always suggest sewing everything last at the end. Something with the safety eyes, I didn't even secure them in yet, just in case I want to change them once I add the muzzle, because I can see that these ones are in a little bit closer, so I'm still deciding if I want to keep them apart or closer, depending on what the muzzle looks like. Okay, so I'm reading over the muzzle pattern, and it seems to be very, very similar to the base of the body. So the first 4 rows that we did for the basket bowl, what is this, a bowl or a basket? Fall forest nesting bowls. Okay, so these are bowls, not baskets. If I say basket, just go ahead and correct me right there. Like, slap me, correct me, period. Okay, I don't know why I just, okay. I don't know, guys, I don't know. But also, my laptop is dying, so let's hurry up. Okay, so the 4 rows muzzle is going to be the exact same as the bottom 4 as these. So we're going to do single crochet 9 in the magic circle, increase in every stitch, 1 single crochet increase, 1 single crochet increase for the row, and the round after that will be 2 single crochet increase, 2 single crochet increase. And then facial features here, we're going to basically embroider like your own little nose on, so it looks like this with a little nose. And then that's going to be it for the bear. And then you're just going to sew them together to your likings. Super excited to finish, and I'll meet you guys once I am done. I'm gonna do one of those little cool transitions. Ready, ready, ready? Ah! Tell me this bear is not cute. You can't tell me because you would be lying. Go ahead and lie. Go ahead and lie. Tell me it doesn't look. Look how cute and adorable this looks. I'm so proud of myself, and if you finish this or even attempt it, I'm so proud of you as well. I have to say, probably one of my favorite parts about the bear is just the face. I think the noise embroider part turned out a lot better than I thought. I don't really do embroidering like noses or eyebrows or mouths. Like, I'm not good at doing that, but I definitely like surprised, not just see me almost drop it, that's not good, but I definitely surprised myself today making the nose and the mouth, and I'm honestly a huge fan of this. As I said it earlier in the video, but I'm putting all my cords in here to just hold it because I just had like cords like all over my desk and my floor, and I was like, this is getting out of hand. We need to do something. In the pattern, I definitely saw some photos of people putting like plants in it. I was definitely considering doing a plant, but the only pots that I had were either too tall or too small or not wide enough, and I was like, it's fine, we'll go ahead and find something else. But yeah, this is the fall forest nesting bowl, the bear version. The pattern is by Trish Hoskin. As I said earlier in the video, you can get the pattern in the description. Thank you all for tagging along and watching today's video. I really do appreciate that you watched all the way to the end. Have so much fun crafting, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!